Now, how do you tell your child his best friend has died in a blast, or that the reason he or she is laying in a hospital bed is because someone threw a grenade at their Sunday school? These are some of the explanations parents and guardians of victims of Sunday's blast must give to their children as the reality of yesterday's terror attack begins to sink in. At the Racecourse Primary School on Juja Road, teachers today tried to explain the death of 9-year-old Ian Macharia, who died in the blast, but this only left the children with more questions than answers. KTN's Catherine Omanto tells us of how the victims are coping with the realities of the blast.
Put your hands down like this.
A moment of silence, an explanation.
Your class teacher has told you to stand and observe a minute of silence on behalf of Ian Moria. That good friend of ours, yesterday there was an accident at Polycap,
followed by an attempt to bring everything back to normal in Class 2 East at Racecourse Primary School in Juja Road, Nairobi. But even as life slowly picks up, Ian Macharia's seat is empty and the children are asking questions.
Yeah, I'm curious about something. Who did it? That's something else I'm curious of.
It's a question that parents and guardians must now take time to answer and explain Sunday's grenade attack at St.Polycap ACK Church.
He was attacked. Police say it was Al-Shabaab. May I just believe it's Al-Shabaab as well. But it's too complicated because you might know who it is. You can't know.
And it would seem that the pupils of Racecourse Primary School are the most affected by Sunday's attack. 6 of its pupils were caught in the blast. 5 are lucky to be alive. Dennis Mudhiri is one of those 5. He sustained minor injuries on his hand. But teachers here say it's no ordinary day. Some of the children have requested to be let off early so they can go home to be with their families. This is out of trauma and fear.
3 of yesterday's blast victims are still admitted at the Kenyatta National Hospital. 4 have been released, one of them being Morris Irungu. So we're here at Mulango Kubwa Estate to find out just how Morris is doing after his ordeal.
We first saw Morris on a stretcher in Kenyatta National Hospital, covered in bandages. He was brought in by a Good Samaritan moments after the blast. Today his body may have started healing on the outside, but Morris is still reeling from the shock.
Sasa huyu wangu kutoka jana alisema hivi, yeye hatakuwa anaenda kwa hiyo shashi. Atakuwa tu anaenda kwa shashi nyingine iko hapa karibu chini. Lakini tunajaribu tu kumuongelesha pole pole sababu hata usiku alikuwa akisikia geti imefungwa anastuka.
Mimi naogopa kwenda hiyo church. Inaweza happen tena.
His mother Lucy says what makes the situation worse is that Morris knew Ian Macharia as a friend, and Ian's death is hard for his mind to comprehend.
Sasa usiku aliona huyo kijana alikufa. Ni rafiki tu yake pia wa huko kwa shashi. Alikuwa tu amelalia kwa kiti. Alituuliza kai, hata huyo kijana amekufa. Mimi sikumuongelesha, nilisikia tu kama nitalia tu.
Helping her son heal is a job Lucy has taken wholeheartedly because she knows she was lucky because not so far away Ian's family is still trying to come to terms with the death, his mother recounting the last moments over and over again. She says that she held her son immediately after the attack when his body was still warm, but when she tried to shake him awake, he didn't respond. The Sunday blast has left a mark in the hearts and the minds of the victims. Unfortunately, most of the victims are too young to understand. Catherine Omwanto, KTN.